Hello everyone. My name is Nithi Manjaiarn. I'm from Thailand. Now I'm studying in MBA in Entrepreneurship FinTech at at UGCC. So today I would like to present a study of intention to use QR code payment for foreigner in Thailand. Okay, start with the research background. So Bangkok was the most visited city in 2018. Uh, this data from like Mastercard, as you can see here in the chart on the right hand side. And another one, in 2018, Thailand has a GDP in tourism sector of like 18%. But when the pandemic has come, like 2020, GDP of Thailand fell by like 6.1%. So can say that the tourism sector, which is account for like about one of the five of the GDP, have like significant like affect the GDP of the Thailand. And e-payment is the technology that's become popular in Thailand tourism sector. So in 2017, the number of mobile banking or e-payment via mobile banking has continued to grow by 120%, and it still continue growing, like you can see the chart on the right hand side. Our government also have like 50/50 co-payment campaign, which is can create the at least 1.2 million merchant that also like bring the adoption of QR code payment for the Thai citizen. But for the tourists, the common way for foreigners to pay for goods and service using the cash or card in the mall or merchant that have ETC machine. But if they need to get more cash, they have to go to the ATM, but they have some fee that they have to pay, and the maximum amount is not that much. So I come up with this idea, this question: why don't we introduce QR code payment for foreigners in Thailand? But for the problem, so we have to set up like what factor that support and inhibit the intention to use QR code payment for foreigners tourists in Thailand. Come up with the research objectives. So to study two things. First, perceived factor ease of use, perceived benefit of use, barrier and perceived risk. So all three will affect the intention to use QR code payment for foreign tourists in Thailand. Uh, for the research scope, so we will collect the data from the sample group of the foreigners who visit Thailand by questionnaire in electronic form and will be analyzed in statistical method. And relate theory and concept will bring TAM, the technology acceptance model, consumer resistant to innovations, perceived risk, and the last one is telecommunication and infrastructure barrier. All these to make a conceptual framework like this. So the researcher put the perceived ease of use as a factor of intuitive operation. Perceived usefulness include like perceived convenience and perceived transaction speed. And the last barrier and perceived risk, including usage barrier, financial risk, performance risk, telecommunication and infrastructure barrier. So all of seven factors can affect the intention to use QR code payment for foreigners tourists in Thailand. So the population is the foreign tourists who enter in Thailand. So sampling, we use the air concept. The number of sample was 10 times of the number of questions, and to prevent the mistake, we add 10% to calculate the minimum sample, so we get 209 sampler. So Data collection, so we'll do online and offline questionnaire via Google Form. Distribute questionnaire offline by distribute at like tourist spot in Bangkok, like Terminal 21, Chinatown, or Khao San Road. And online channel via social media platform like Facebook group or Reddit. And the criteria of respondent has to be have experience to use mobile payment while traveling abroad before, and at least 209 respondents in 1 month. Come up with the data analysis. All of the 7 factors will be analyzed by simple linear regression via the SPSS program to get the intention to use QR code payment for foreigner in Thailand. Come up with the analysis result. The characteristic of the sample, the gender, male is about 58% and female is 41.5%. Is the mode that answer is around like 20 to 25%, 20 to 25 years old, around like 60%, and most of the nationality is like British, is around 12%. And frequency to visit Thailand is about 2 and 3 times, about like 24%. Purpose of visiting Thailand is leisure, about around 41%. And last, people in the group, like one people in the group, like a solo traveler, around 40%. So come up with the behavior of the sample. They use mobile payment. Come up with the first is around like 29%, cash is 28%, and card like debit 23%, and credit is 18%. So the top 3 products and services that pay via mobile phone is the first is food and beverage, it's 24%. Transportation is like about around 19%, and clothes is around 17%. So the result of opinion toward by the factor. So independent variable, as you can see here, intuition operative is agree, perceived convenience is agree, perceived transaction speed is like neither agree, usage barrier is disagree, financial risk is neither agree, performance risk is disagree, telecommunication and infrastructure barrier is agree. Dependent variable intention to use is neither agree or not disagree. And hypothesis testing, we got this result from the SPS program, but to make it easier, like which one is significant to see is here. So only perceived convenient support the effect to intention to use QR code, perceived transaction speed, financial risk, and telecommunication infrastructure barrier support the effective uh, intention to use QR code in for foreigner in Thailand. So come up with the conclusion and discussion. This study apply with all the theory that I mentioned before. Only 4 factors support the intention to use QR code payment as the follow, like I just mentioned. However, the researcher considered the result and found that like other factor like intuitive operation, usage barrier, and performance risk do not support the intention to use QR code. It can explain the experience of the perception of using QR code service as a payment via mobile phone. So according to the regional and diversity of the tourists entering Thailand, this research can also have some limitation, such as collecting the data. The population is foreigner in Thailand, which is cannot contact easy and hard to find. The questionnaire is retention period only 1 month, so the sample data may not be comprehensive for all the sample. Also, this research during the COVID-19 outbreak, which may cause like the data inconsistent with the pre-epidemics. Uh, and research because of the tourist behavior has changed completely. In order to understand better the foreign behavior of intention to use QR code payment, the sample group in this research can collect more sample and obtain the process more comprehensive. So the place is also important, like the tourists travel in and out, such as like airport, can be more efficient to the result. Research or study like this will benefit the development of payment format for the foreign tourists, increase convenience and positive effect in the economy of the Thailand in long term. So this is for all my study and the result. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.